From Cyclone Sports Complex in Ames, it's Big 12 Conference softball. Today, the Kansas Jayhawks visiting the Iowa State Cyclones for the season closing series. Hi, everybody. I'm John Walters along with Brent Bloom. Glad you could join us today. And Brent, this Kansas team with a lot on the line and coming off one of the great wins in school history.
Yeah, first win ever against number one ranked team. They defeated Oklahoma 2-0 on Sunday. And with their record, they are right on the fringe of the NCAA tournament. This is the last series before the NCAA tournament selection Sunday, which is Sunday. They feel like if they sweep this series, they will have a shot at least to get into the NCAA tournament. Meanwhile, Iowa State just trying to play the spoiler role, and if Iowa State sweeps the series, they can finish as high as fourth in the conference. So both teams with a lot to play for, not to mention it could be the last time all these seniors play in an Iowa State uniform.
Yeah, no doubt that Stacy Gemeinhardt-Sessler would love to get a sweep of this series and finish in the upper division of the Big 12 Conference. But standing in the way, Kelsey Kessler, who threw the shutout against Oklahoma on Sunday, and she'll be the starting pitcher today. She's had a no-hitter against Texas Tech this year as well. It's a beautiful day for softball here at Cyclone Sports Complex. Iowa State and Kansas, game one of the series, coming up next. Hi, I'm John Walters. Ames is the home of the Cyclones and so much more. It is a sunny, bright day here at Cyclone Sports Complex. Perfect day for softball as Iowa State entertains Kansas in game one of this three-game series to close out the regular season. And the Jayhawks coming in at 31-16 overall, 6-8 in the Big 12. Iowa State 21-31 overall, 4-11 in the Big 12. Let's check out the starting lineups. First of all, for the Kansas Jayhawks at the plate, it'll be Alex Jones hitting leadoff. Then look at the batting averages on those next two. Maggie Hull and Alex Hugo, their top two hitters. Charlie Brickey is in the cleanup spot. Mariah Montgomery, Salomon, Naudine, Stein, and Newman round out that starting lineup for the Jayhawks. Defensively for Iowa State, it looks like this. Around the horn left to right, Spenlove, Gomez, and Harlock in the outfield. The infield third to first is Maddie Reese, Lexi Slater, Sarah Davison, and Erica Miller. Hallie Lenzine's the catcher. And Brent Bloom, tell us about Tori Toscano, the starting pitcher.
Big weekend for her, the senior for Iowa State, one of two seniors on the Iowa State roster. Her last series in an Iowa State uniform has struggled a bit in Big 12 play. Her ERA on the season at 5.3. She's 11-13, but in Big 12 play that has ballooned to over 10 in an ERA. Her big key, throwing strikes. She's had over a walk an inning in Big 12 play. Has to keep the ball down and hopefully have some success in her last couple outings in an Iowa State uniform.
She and Erica Miller, the two seniors for this Cyclone team, the two most prolific hitters in school history. And Toscano delivers the opening pitch of the game, taken for a ball. And Alex Jones, the leadoff hitter, the center fielder for Kansas, standing in. Jones with 39 runs scored on the season. Shortens up and takes just on the outside corner. It's a 1-1 count now.
Nice to see Alex Jones back on the diamond. She missed all of last year with a torn ACL, but comes back and has been a great starter to this powerful Jayhawk offense.
Very good offensive team, and there is a pitch just off the outside corner. It's 2-1 now. Kansas leading the Big 12 in batting average as a team hitting .337. They can really hit. Alex Jones, a 2-1 delivery from Toscano, and she offered at it. It's 2-2.
Keeping her off the base paths is huge. With Hull and then Hugo, the 2-3 hitters who are both hitting over 400, they can give you nightmares.
Just a little bit of breeze from left to right here today. Toscano, the 2-2 delivery, and chopped toward short. Slater fires across with a strong arm to get the out. And Lexi Slater retires Alex Jones.
Great play by Slater. Jones was 3 steps out of the box before she gloved it and had a good jump, but Slater, it needed a strong throw, and she got a strong throw.
And that brings on Maggie Hull. Impressive numbers for her, the Big 12's leading hitter at .443. Toscano's delivery off the outside corner, on the outside corner, strike one.
The amazing part with Hull is she's actually hitting only .280 in Big 12 play. She hit upwards of 600 in the non-conference.
135 career RBIs, ties the Kansas record. She got around early on that swing. And it's an 0-2 count now as Toscano gets out in front of Maggie Hull.
She almost never strikes out. And that's obviously, I'm not a dumb person. When you have a 443 average, you're making contact. And she's one of the best in the conference at doing that.
On base percentage, .523. Hull takes outside, 1-2 now from Toscano. Kansas coming off a victory over number 1 Oklahoma on Sunday. They beat them 2-0 behind today's starting pitcher Kelsey Kessler. And first time in school history they've beaten a number 1 ranked team. Here is Toscano delivering, and that is strike 3. Tori Toscano with a changeup to get the dangerous Maggie Hull looking.
Just the 12th strikeout on the season for Hull, and a beautiful changeup on the outside corner. Great start for Toscano.
Brings in Alex Hugo, the catcher, who has a .417 batting average.
Just a freshman.
Team high 43 runs scored, 14 homers to lead the team, 44 RBIs. So she is a dangerous hitter, and she takes strike 1. And Brent Toscano sharp here early.
Keeping the ball down and finding the corners. And if she can continue this, Iowa State in great shape, because I think the Cyclones should be able to put up some runs.
Toscano delivers the 0-1, and that one just misses outside. 1-1 now on Alex Hugo, the terrific catcher for Kansas.
Freshman record for Kansas with those 14 home runs. The school record for home runs in the season is 22 for the Jayhawks.
And Hugo gets around early on this one, and this is Spenlove trying to chase it down, but can't do it. It drops in for a bloop single into left field for Hugo. And that'll bring Chaley Brickey to the plate, the shortstop. So Hugo adds to that .417 batting average. She will occasionally run. She's 4 for 5 on stolen bases this season.
And not a big speed team.
No, not
the
at all.
Jayhawks, but they're opportunistic.
Just 36 steals on the season for Kansas. That pitch away. Brickey hitting .288 with 30 runs scored on the season.
She's just a youngster. Graduated high school a year early so she could get to Lawrence and play for the Jayhawks. One of the highly touted players on this Jayhawk club. She was ranked in the top 20 nationally out of high school.
That misses inside, 2-0 now from Toscano.
Can you imagine being a cleanup hitter when you were 17, 18 years old?
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure on a young player. A lot of good young players on this Kansas lineup. A lot of good young players on the Iowa State roster as well. And there's a pitch on the outside corner, strike 1, 2-1 now. You look at the foundation of this Cyclone team, Brandon, Brittany Gomez, some of the young players that they have that are really, really outstanding players. That pitch up and away.
Just 2 seniors, and they're very, very good. Maybe the 2 best players in Iowa State history. But otherwise, a relatively young roster for Iowa State that will only get better, especially with the addition of the Cyclone Sports Complex.
Cappert, another freshman, and now here's the pitch. Miss us. It's on the inside corner, strike 2. So 3-2. The count now full on Brickey with Alex Hugo on at first, 2 away here in the first inning. Iowa State trying to get through this top of the order without too much damage. And Toscano delivers the 3-2. Swung on and ripped foul down the line. And then you start looking at Iowa State, beyond Cappert, another freshman. You've got Spenlove, a sophomore, Slater, a sophomore. Maddie Reese is a young player. I mean, there's a lot of good young players on this Cyclone team. So exciting to think about what they could be a year from now, although they will have to replace their 2 best hitters, Toscano and Miller. A 3-2 again, and this one to Slater. And she'll go the short way, and a good play by Davison to keep a foot on the bag and reach over and grab it. And a good inning for Toscano. Kansas goes down quietly in the first. We go to the bottom of the first here at Cyclone Sports Complex.
More often than not, the best solutions are the simple ones. When it comes to corn refuge, simple is better. Simple is here. DuPont Pioneer revolutionized simple. with the broadest lineup of refuge management products. Better choices. Make it simple. Refuge Simplified by DuPont Pioneer.
Hey, there's Bill Fenley. Out to check out today's game.
Get some luck against Kansas this year.
There you go.
Took 2 or 3 from the Jayhawks, including one in the Big 12 tournament.
Getting ready for his 19th year at Iowa State. What a tremendous ambassador for the university. Let's take a look at the hitting lineup for the Cyclones. Brittany Gomez, the center fielder, will lead it off for Iowa State, followed by Sarah Harlock, Erica Miller, Tori Torrescano, the 2 seniors. Allie Kappert will be the designated player today and hit 5th. Slater in the 6th hole, then Sarah Davison, Maddie Reese, and Jordan Spenlove. And defensively for Kansas, Maggie Hull in left, Alex Jones in center, Solomon in right. It's Shannon Naudine at third, Bricky at short, Newman at second, Mariah Montgomery at first. The catcher is Alex Hugo, and the pitcher, Brent, is Kelsey Kessler.
Your reigning Big 12 pitcher of the week, 9-6 with a 2.12 ERA, just a freshman, and she shut down a very powerful Oklahoma lineup on Sunday, 2-0. Allowed 7 hits and one of their biggest program wins in history, maybe the biggest. Kelsey Kessler riding high. See if Iowa State, though, can knock her down a couple notches today.
5 shutouts on the season for Kessler, including a no-hitter against Texas Tech. So she's outstanding, and it'll be Brittany Gomez to lead it off. Great speed at the top of this Cyclone order. Gomez usually tries to put the ball in play on the left side of the infield if possible. There's strike 1 from Kessler.
102 strikeouts in 102 innings for Kessler. Do the math, John. Not bad.
Infield in, outfield in. Gomez bunts, and it crawls foul. Good decision by Hugo, the catcher, to let it roll. There's no way you're going to get Brittany Gomez if you try to make a play.
When she grabbed the softball, Gomez was a half step from first base. Just electric speed.
So now 0-2, and it reduces the opportunity for Gomez to bunt. She'll still show it. 0-2 pitch on the way. Gomez slaps one into left, and Maggie Hull over to track it down. First one down here in the bottom of the first.
But you see the pressure that Gomez puts on a defense. The whole infield was literally steps from the plate, and it allowed some space in the outfield, but Gomez actually just hit that too hard.
I've never seen outfielders play in as much as the center fielder Alex Jones was there for Kansas. She was on the Iowa State logo out there in short center, almost a rover spot. Here's the pitch to Harlock. They'll play her a little bit deeper, and it's high and away, ball 1. Sarah Harlock has also presented a great threat at the top of this Cyclone lineup. 26 steals on the season. She swings and misses. It's 1-1.
Gomez
hitting
and
325.
Harlock, big reasons why Iowa State has set a school record in runs this year with 275. The previous record was 225, so an absolute obliteration of that record.
And the 1-1 misses inside. It's 2-1 to Sarah Harlock. They also have the school record for stolen bases with 86 on the season, and those two are largely responsible for that. School record for RBIs, walks, and on pace for the school record in batting average. Now Harlock chops one to the right side. Newman the short throw, just in time. 2 up, 2 down for Iowa State. And this will bring on the senior Erica Miller, Iowa State's all-time leader in RBIs with 148. Winding down a fabulous career. Second all-time in home runs with 33 at Iowa State. Kessler delivers, and Miller takes away ball 1.
And John, you did an outstanding feature on both Miller and Torrescano for Cyclones TV this week. And the reason she said she came to play here was she wanted to face Big 12 competition, and she has measured up just fine.
I'd say so. That pitch is in there. A strike, 1-1. Miller and Torrescano, both from California. Didn't know each other before they got here, but have become really good friends in their 4 years together at the heart of this Cyclone lineup. Now the 1-1 taken on the inside corner. Good pitch from Kessler. One and 2 to Erica Miller. Base is empty here in the first, and Kessler misses outside. It's 2-2.
She has some great stuff. You can tell that fastball has some velocity to it, and then the changeup, a huge differential. And it's tough to tabulate out at that batter's box.
Up high there, 3-2, and Miller doing a good job of seeing a lot of pitches from Kessler here in her first at bat. It's always an advantage to do that, see all her stuff in the first at bat if you can. 3-2, 2 away. And Miller drives one to left, but foul. Man, she got every bit of that one.
What makes Miller such a good hitter is, like Hull for Kansas, rarely strikes out. Just 13 strikeouts on the season, which is the lowest of any of the Iowa State starters.
A 3-2 again to Erica Miller, and she gets a piece of it and stays alive. Kessler from Blue Springs, Missouri. And a nice addition for this Kansas staff. Alicia Pilley has thrown the majority of their innings, but Kessler has been a nice 1-2 punch. And there's strike 3 right there, a punch out for Kessler to end the inning. 1-2-3 for the Cyclones. We go to the second.
Are you really covered? Not all insurance is the same, and you should have an agent that takes the time to learn about what you need, then tailors a personalized plan that fits your needs. Middendorf Insurance is not like the rest. We're a cut above the crowd. Insurance for your business, farm, home, auto, or other assets. Middendorf Insurance Associates.
Faster internet, better TV at our lowest price ever. Now for a limited time, call Mediacom to get always faster internet with downloads up to 10 times faster than phone line DSL. Plus, boundary-free TV, including all your favorite channels for just $59.95 a month for 1 year. That's 2 services for one incredible value. Or maximize your value with DVR service. 30 meg internet, free on demand and stars for only $20 more. Great savings, no contract required. Call 800-SIMPLIFY.
On to the second inning here at Cyclone Sports Complex. No score. And Kansas will send its 5, 6, 7 hitters to the plate. Mariah Montgomery, the first baseman. Cassin Salamone, the right fielder. And Shannon Naudine, the third baseman, here in the second inning.
Rarely have we seen scoreless innings at the Cyclone Sports Complex. It's been a complex dominated by offense, but here we are in the scoreless first. Both pitchers very sharp.
Tori Torrescano ready for her second inning of work. She got a strikeout in the first against the most dangerous hitter in this KU lineup, Maggie Hull. Allowed 1 hit, but got out of that trouble, and now Mariah Montgomery stands in. Montgomery hitting .338 on the season. Another good hitter in this really good hitting Kansas lineup. .337 their team average. Torrescano starts over the fastball. Away, 1-0. Hallie Lenzine, the catcher, doesn't hit. The designated player today is Allie Kappert, but Lenzine, a very good defensive catcher for Iowa State. Torrescano delivers. Away, 2-0. Montgomery third on the all-time Kansas list with 132 career RBIs. So they've got the number 1 and 3 all-time RBI hitters in their lineup in Hull and Montgomery. 3-0 the count here for Torrescano.
Never like leadoff walks. Torrescano can battle back here.
There's a called strike, 3-1.
This is a very good Kansas offense, but they do not have an entirely lot of pop. And a lot of their hits are the singles and doubles variety, so you can hopefully keep them within the ballpark.
Try to keep them from bunching them together. And
right.
That one chopped to second and through. A base hit for Montgomery to lead off the second.
Got a high fastball. Tomahawked it up the middle. And Iowa State second baseman Davison not able to get over in time, and this is what you worry about with Kansas, as you said, John, is when they start bunching singles and doubles together.
Cassin Salamone stands in another left-hand hitter, the predominantly left-hand lineup here for Kansas. And Torrescano delivers, and that one misses, 1-0. 1-0 pitch on the way from Tori Toscano. Chop foul.
See how much she is shortening up and choking up on the bat. Just wants to get the ball on the left side of the infield. Move Montgomery over to second base.
That infield in for Iowa State. Particularly at the corners where Reese is inching up. Anticipating a possible bunt attempt. 1-1 the count. And there is the bunt, but it trickles foul, and it's 1-2.
And now your options dwindle immensely with 2 strikes. There's so many plays that can be made in softball. It makes it a fascinating game to watch.
A lot of strategy involved on the infield especially.
Yes.
And when a runner gets on, there's a lot of thinking involved. 1-2 the count here as Toscano faces Salomon. Slapped to Reese. She'll go the short way, and that's Davison on to first. Not in time for the double play, but they get the lead runner. So good job that time by Maddie Reese to go get the force.
And with 2 strikes, bunting pretty much taken off the table. And Reese was able to play a step back, and that chopped right to her on a hop and made a good strong throw to second base.
Shannon Naudin stands in for KU. 1 away here in the second, no score. Toscano delivers. And there's a changeup right over the heart of the plate. Good pitch by Tori Toscano. Starting Naudin with a strike.
She's thrown a couple of good ones today. And an off-speed pitch to lead off the count. That's a tough one to hit.
Toscano delivers, and that one is tipped foul. 0-2 now. Tori Toscano out of San Diego. Wasn't as highly heralded a recruit as Erica Miller, but has every bit as productive a career, both hitting and pitching. And now the 0-2 on the way. It's up high, and Lenzine looks the runner back.
And more, it's tough to find pitchers who hit as well as she does. And she does everything well, and she said in your interview with her that she likes to play in the field as well if she's not pitching.
I think she might have hurt Erica Miller's feelings when she said she didn't want to be the first baseman either, where she felt like they put the leftover pitchers. Wasn't very nice to say. So 2-2 the count here as Toscano faces Shannon Naudin. And she chops it foul again, so it stays 2-2.
They've been around each other for 4 years. What did she say in your conversation? They bicker a lot.
Yeah, like sisters.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, they really push each other to be better, and that's exactly what they've done. They're 1-2 in most of the hitting categories at Iowa State, and that pitch just misses inside. Good pitch by Toscano. 3-2 the count now, with a runner on first, 1 away here in the second.
I think the Iowa State coaches wanted that pitch. We did as well. A good idea on a 2-2 pitch to come with that changeup.
Toscano delivers the 3-2. Strike 3. Second strikeout of the day for Tori Toscano. And now Maddie Stein steps in with 2 away.
Great late movement. Started over the heart of the plate, then dived off the plate at the end. And she has good stuff today. It seems like this is the best we've seen her at the Cyclone Sports Complex. Very good start for Toscano.
Maddie Stein digs in. Toscano delivers, and that one misses the outside corner. But you're right. I completely agree. Her ball is moving today. She's hitting the corners beautifully and getting ahead in the count more often, and that's a recipe for success. And here's the pitch. And that one on the outside corner, 1-1. Good example of what we were just talking about.
Getting ahead in the count makes life so much easier. It puts the hitter on the defensive rather than the aggressive.
And that pitch taken. It's now 2-1. Stein, in this 8th spot in the lineup, leads Kansas in RBIs with 46 on the season. So productive from the 8-hole, and she's hitting .329 on the season. Player straight away in the outfield, and that pitch misses. Now it is 3-1 to Maddie Stein. Runner at first is Cassie Salomon. Stein takes strike 2. Good pitch again from Toscano. Full count now, and Salomon will be off with a pitch here.
She's been able to throw that changeup for strikes, and that is a good problem to have for Iowa State. Let's see if she goes back to it here.
Stein awaits the 3-2 from Toscano. Down the line and played in fair territory by Miller. She'll step on the bag for the third out. Another good inning for Tori Toscano. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score.
The football playing field can be tough. Sometimes there are setbacks. No matter what, you keep playing the game.
Our field is no different.
Sometimes the challenges are tough here too.
Like when it's a drought.
But no matter what,
Iowa Corn, where every day is game day for Iowa's corn growers.
Every day, insurance companies are telling you they're the coolest thing since sliced bread. What can I say? In Mittendorf Insurance, we're still a whole loaf. Truth is, we write home, auto, business, life, and health insurance. We don't have apps on smartphones or tablets. Why? A, it's expensive, and B, no app can advise you on possible coverage gaps. Give us 10 minutes. You may end up with better coverage and a better price.
A nice crowd on a pleasant day here at Cyclone Sports Complex. Iowa State and Kansas, first of three. We'll be going again tomorrow at noon and Sunday at noon. And we're scoreless as we go to the bottom of the second. Iowa State will send up Toscano, Kappert, and Slater. John Walters along with Brent Bloom. Glad you could join us.
Busy weekend in Ames.
Busy weekend, graduation. Congratulations to our Cyclones.tv seniors. Andrew Schneider, he'll join me for the game on Sunday. Johnny Gendrich, upon their graduation. Great job by those two. They've helped us out a ton this year. We really appreciate their efforts. Congratulate them on a great accomplishment. Tori Toscano standing in.
And they had to deal with you regularly, which is worth
bonus
credit
points.
itself. Yes.
Bonus points. Yep. We're hard on them, you know. Tori Toscano facing Kelsey Kessler. And Kessler was impressive in the top half of the first, mowing down the Cyclones 1-2-3. She had a no-hitter at Texas Tech earlier this season. That pitch on the inside corner.
That changeup is something. Just hit the brakes.
Toscano has been stuck on 13 homers for a long time. She hit that grand slam against Oklahoma State. Looked like she was going to break her own school record single-season homer. She grounds out to first here. Still might. She has the weekend to try to get it done. She already holds the school record for career home runs with 41. But one up, one down here in the second.
Yeah, an interesting bit of a teaching there. I don't know if you saw that, but Kappert steps up to the plate, the freshman, and Toscano says something when she walks by. Maybe something she saw from Kessler. See if Kappert pays attention.
Allie Kappert takes strike one. Kappert has really come on of late.
Been hitting a lot better. 4-game hitting streak for the Iowa State freshman from Ankeny.
Her batting average up to 273 now. It was right down around the Mendoza line for a long time. She's had 4 homers, 17 RBIs, and she's moved into a prime spot in that Cyclone lineup right behind Toscano. That's not a bad place to hit.
Just prolific power in high school.
Drives one to left, a base hit. Allie Kappert continuing her hot streak. And there's the first hit of the game for Iowa State.
You kind of thought it was only a matter of time before she got adjusted to Division I pitching, and once she did, she is going to be a very productive hitter for Iowa State for years to come.
Speaking of which, Lexi Slater, the sophomore from Ramona, California, stands in, and she has also swung the bat well. There's a drive into left, and it's caught out there nicely by Hall. And 2 gone now here in the second inning for Iowa State. It'll bring on Sarah Davison.
Right on the button, but Hole was placed perfectly.
So Davison will try to move Kappert up and get on base herself here with 2 away in the second inning. No score. Iowa State and Kansas. Kessler's 0-1 pitch. Slater fouls it off to the right side. A lot of good freshmen in this game between Iowa State and Kansas. And Kessler is certainly one of them.
And she had featured a great changeup ahead 0-2. We might see it. Yeah, there was.
And Cappert's going to move on that wild pitch.
The changeup was not handled well by Hugo, the catcher. It one hopped and probably should smother that one. Instead, it got away, and now a runner in scoring position.
1-2 on Sarah Davison, playing second base today. Cappert on at second, and the delivery. Davison through the left side. Good backhand stop, and the throw across the diamond in time.
Good night.
Chaley Bricky with a strong throw from the hole. Able to get Davison by an eyelash. We go to the third. No score here in Ames.
The football playing field can be tough. Sometimes there are setbacks. No matter what, you keep playing the game.
Our field is no different.
Sometimes the challenges are tough here too.
Like when it's a drought.
But no matter what,
Iowa Corn, where every day is game day for Iowa's corn growers.
Every day, insurance companies are telling you they're the coolest thing since sliced bread. What can I say? In Mittendorf Insurance, we're still a whole loaf. Truth is, we write home, auto, business, life, and health insurance. We don't have apps on smartphones or tablets. Why? A, it's expensive, and B, no app can advise you on possible coverage gaps. Give us 10 minutes. You may end up with better coverage and a better price.
We go to the third inning here at the Cyclone Sports Complex with Iowa State and Kansas scoreless. And Tori Toscano has been sharp so far. The number 9 hitter, Ashley Newman, will lead off for KU. She'll be followed by Alex Jones and Maggie Hull.
It's a great play by Bricky to end the second.
Boy, was it ever. Deep in the hole at short, throwing across to get Sarah Davison just barely.
Toscano's been very good. That's encouraging to see for Iowa State. She's gone 2 scoreless innings and has looked sharp doing so.
So Ashley Newman, 317 hitter. And Toscano starts her off with a fastball away, 1-0.
Good bloodlines for Newman. Her cousin, Terrence Newman, K-State All-American, played for the Cowboys, now with the Bengals. Athletic family.
Another left-hand hitter, one of many in this Kansas starting lineup, and she slaps at that one and misses, and it's 1-1. Certainly in softball especially, I think being a left-hand, big advantage if you have any speed at all getting out of that box.
No question. You probably save a half a second to a second, and that is huge.
And that pitch misses away. It's 2-1 now to Ashley Newman. The sun pops through again here at Cyclone Sports Complex. Warms things up again. We showed you a minute ago the game time temperature was 63 degrees. No score here in the third. Newman chops it up the middle, and this is Davison unable to get her. Knowing that she would have had to get the ball off quickly, Davison was caught between a bare hand and a glove play, and probably wouldn't have gotten her anyway because Newman moving well down the line.
Even if she feels that there was no chance, and like you talked about, that skill from the left-hander's box, it's so tough to make a play on anything that is slow developing.
So that brings on the leadoff hitter, Alex Jones, the center fielder, a runner aboard, nobody out here in the third. Toscano delivers, and Jones offered, but just tips foul a bunt attempt, so it's 0-1. Kansas trying to threaten here in the third to get on the board first.
Bunt. Jones comfortable with the bat. Slap it over the third baseman Reese's head.
Toscano delivers. Jones does bunt right in front of the plate. Perfect bunt. She'll beat it out. It's first and second. Nobody away. Well, you couldn't put it down much better if you laid it down.
She even threw some spin on that, and that was well executed.
And Lenzine had no chance.
And this is where Kansas gets you. They don't have a whole lot of power except for the next two. But when they get runners on, they are very good at getting them in.
It's small ball, yeah. Scoreless here in the third. Nobody out. 2 runners aboard for KU, and the dangerous Maggie Hull stands in. And a big swing and a miss, strike 1.
Toscano got hold on a changeup in the first inning, and a fastball to start here.
Yeah, the rare strikeout of Maggie Hull looking in the first. Toscano delivers the 0-1 here. And misses away. It's 1-1. Good speed on the bases with Newman at second, Jones at first. Kansas threatening here in the third inning. First to 3 between these two teams. And the 1-1 on the way from Toscano, and that misses away. And now it's 2-1. So Tori's got to try to wiggle her way out of a jam here. Iowa State's usually, Brent, pretty aggressive at going after lead runners. So anything on the infield, I would think they're going over to Reese at third or maybe on to second.
And this is danger territory behind the count against a great hitter.
The 2-1 on the way, and this is chopped foul in the infield. 2-2 now.
Good pitch there, low and outside. Hull was looking for a pitch she could rip, and a little out in front.
So 2-2 the count on the Big 12's leading hitter, Maggie Hull, a .443 batting average. Toscano's pitch is fouled off.
You can see what makes her such a good hitter. She's got that short, compact stroke from the left side.
Toscano would like a new softball.
Hull was actually drafted by a professional fast-pitch softball team. 11th overall in that draft, and they play in the summers, and we'll see if she heads out to Chicago.
And did she get a piece? Apparently
did.
she did. Yeah, the Chicago Bandits. I think that's was your team growing up, wasn't it?
It was. Certainly not the Akron Club.
A nice opportunity for the left fielder for Kansas, Maggie Hull. Now a 2-2 from Toscano with 2 runners aboard. And that pitch taken up high, now a full count.
Good idea, trying to get her to chase. Hull, a good hitter, and hopefully get her out on the front foot and pop it up. But she held back.
Toscano a 3-2. Into left field, Spenlove giving chase, and she will make the play right along the foul line and fire to third, and Reese couldn't quite get the tag down, and now the runners will both advance, but a good play by Spenlove. And one away here in the third. Both runners moving up.
Great range by Spenlove to get over there, and also fantastic base running by Newman, as that was a close play at third base. Aggressive for the Jayhawks. Also credit Toscano, as you see on the replay, the throw gets away, and she admirably cuts the ball off. If that gets loose, it could have gone to the Kansas dugout, and 2 runs could have scored.
Brittany Wildmiller, the pitching coach, will come out here to discuss things with the infield and Tori Toscano, setting up their defense with runners at second and third and 1 away, and the hitter will be Alex Hugo.
And perhaps an intentional walk situation, that could be part of the conversation. Hugo, their best power threat, with 14 home runs on the year, an open base at first, set up the double play. There's some logic there.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, you never want to put people on, especially when you're 1 through 9, everybody on Kansas can hit, but you might limit the damage and set up a double play by walking her.
Hallie Lenzine will kneel down, so it will be a pitching 2 opportunity. We'll see how careful they are. Yeah. Aggressive pitch on the first one to Hugo, strike 1. Good pitch by Toscano. So apparently they're going to go after Hugo here. The infield in. 1 away here in the third. Hugo takes away 1-1.
Stayed away twice. Get anything in, Hugo will pull it, and it could be dangerous. Just stay away, see if she chases something.
The 1-1 on the way from Toscano, and that one away again. 2-1. And now they appeal and say, no, she did not go.
She is a strikeout-prone hitter, and that's perhaps some of the thought process here. 30 strikeouts and 140 at-bats.
The delivery on the way, and that one misses. It's now 3-1, and see if they go ahead, just choose to put her on right here. They might.
I think that might be a good idea.
3-1 the count, one away here in the third. Toscano's pitch misses, ball 4, and that does load him up. Not the worst walk, certainly, for Toscano. But on base for the second time is Hugo. Base is juiced here now, and Chaley Bricky stands in for Kansas.
And she made a phenomenal play in the bottom half of the second inning. See if she can become a star in back-to-back top halves.
Toscano's delivery misses away. It's 1-0. And how often do you see it? A player makes a great defensive play in one half of the inning and then bats fifth in the second.
Indeed.
Just blowing up all the cliched expressions here. 1-0, infield in, bases loaded, one out here in the third, and Bricky rips that foul. It's 1-1. So a jam for Toscano. She's pitched well. That semi-intentional walk to Hugo, the only walk of the game so far for either team.
Slater shorter than usual at that shortstop position, trying to cut down the run at home.
1-1 with the bases loaded. Into the air, Davison will take it on the infield fly rule, and that's 2 away.
Huge out. Great pitch. Fastball outside corner. Got Bricky to pop it up off the end of the bat. And to get the second out, Toscano can perhaps escape this.
So now Mariah Montgomery, another dangerous hitter for KU, 132 career RBIs. The number 5 hitter stands in. 2 away here in the third, and Toscano trying to wiggle off the hook. Montgomery takes strike 1. Good pitch on the inside half.
The middle infielders back a couple of steps, which allows them to get a little bit more range and make a play.
Mariah Montgomery takes, and that one misses. It's 1-1. Good speed in the outfield for Iowa State. Good defensive outfield. Spenlove in left, Gomez in center, Harluck in right. They play Montgomery pretty much straight away. She takes ball 2. So now it's 2-1 with no place to put her. Big pitch here from Toscano on the 2-1. And that one on the inside corner, strike 2. Good pitch again. Tori really working the black part of the plate.
It's gone inside twice.
So now 2-2. And Toscano 1 pitch away from getting out of this mess. But Montgomery will have none of it. That's into the gap in right center. It's going to go all the way to the wall, and 3 runs will score on the double for Montgomery. It's 3-0 Kansas.
Great piece of hitting. There's a reason why she's one of the best in KU history in RBI situations. Got a pitch she could hit, delivered it into the gap in right center field, and all Jayhawk runners come home.
Pretty good wheels from Hugo, the catcher, scoring from first. And Brittany Gomez tried to get that ball before it got past her to the fence, but it was an unsuccessful venture. And now 3 runs in, a runner at second, and Casson Solomon stands in.
If Gomez cuts that off, you might be able to save at least 1 run there. And
I think so.
She gave it a good effort, just able to skid her by her.
Solomon takes that pitch outside. So a big 3-run double for Mariah Montgomery to open the scoring here in the third inning. Two and one now. Cyclones will try to get the bats going in their half against Kelsey Kessler, but unsuccessful so far. And that one slapped through the left side for a base hit. The runner won't be able to advance. She had to wait. It's a single, though, through the left side for Salomon. Now it's first and second with 2 away.
Well placed, but no damage significantly done as the runner had to hold at second base. And you can see how Kansas just adds up hits. Nothing in the one hit by Montgomery was hard hit, but they got a walk, a bunt, a soft single, and they just add up to damage.
Naudine way out in front there, and that'll go over to the batting cages and left. Shannon Naudine struck out her first time. And she's the 8th hitter here in the third inning for KU. They lead it 3-0, 2 away. Toscano's 0-1, missing away.
8th Jayhawk to bat in this inning.
Toscano's 1-1. Man, pounded foul again to the batting cages. Naughty down in front twice now. Toscano got her last time. Let's see if she can do it again here. Trying to stay away, but missing. Now 2-2.
Naudine 5 home runs, and we can see why with those 2 foul balls that had clear home run distance.
A 2-2 from Toscano with 2 away, and it's fouled off.
Went back to the changeup. Just able to stay alive. And if Iowa State can get out of this, they have plenty of offense to still stay in this thing. But any more damage, it makes it a significantly more uphill battle.
2-2 count. Naudine fouls that one off again. Stays alive here against Toscano. Toscano delivers again, and this time Naudine fires one into left field, and Spenlove will not get to it. It's a home run. A 3-run homer for Shannon Naudine, and it's a 6-run inning for Kansas.
Got a fastball up, and she got all of it. That was placed right in the wheelhouse, right over the American flag in left center field, and a 6th spot for the Jayhawks.
Yeah, that rising fastball from Toscano meets head on with a uppercut swing from Naudine to deliver that home run. Now Maddie Stein, the 9th hitter in the inning for Kansas. 6-0 Jayhawks. Toscano trying to avoid further damage and get the Cyclones up there with the bats.
And she had done so well in those first 2 innings. And they nickel and dimed her to get people on base, then finally the big blow with a Naudine home run.
You think how close she was to getting out of this inning without any damage.
Yes.
That 2-2 pitch that Montgomery was able to drive into the gap in right center to score the first 3 runs. And then the second big swing of the bat, the 3-run homer by Naudine. And all of a sudden, you go from a very tight game to 6-0 Kansas. That one fouled off.
In this league, you have to be so good. And Toscano is a good pitcher, but she doesn't have overpowering stuff. And so you take a chance with balls in play, and Kansas has found some spots in this inning. And then the big blow, the 3 RBI double and the 3-run home run.
Stein takes ball 2. 2-2 now. Quite a few Kansas fans made the trip up to watch today's game. And that one slapped to the left side. Here's Slater firing across in time. So 9 hitters come to the plate, 6-run score. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 6-0 Kansas. Hi, I'm John Walters. Ames is the home of the Cyclones and so much more.
I am a helpful smile.
I'm a helpful smile.
I am a helpful smile.
I am a helpful smile.
I
am a helpful smile. I've been a helpful smile for 23 years.
I am a helpful smile.
I am a helpful smile.
I am a helpful smile.
I am Hy-Vee.
We go to the bottom of the third, and Iowa State all of a sudden trailing Kansas 6-0 here at Cyclone Sports Complex. John Walters along with Brent Bloom, and KU pitcher Kelsey Kessler will go to the mound for her third inning of work. An explosive top of the third for Kansas.
And you give Kessler a 6-run lead. She's already emerging with confidence after her big shutout of Oklahoma on Sunday. She's got to be feeling very good in that center circle.
Maddie Reese, the sophomore third baseman, stands in to lead it off for Iowa State. Shortens up and takes strike one. Or no, that missed. 1-0. Reese has certainly swung the bat well. 277 average, 25 runs scored, 3 homers, 22 RBIs on the season. It's been a nice addition to this lineup. The transfer from Arkansas, she fouls that one off.
Coach Fenley about had to make a play.
He's looking relaxed out there.
He is.
He's got shorts. He's got the shades. He spent a lot of time at ballparks in his day watching Stevens games. That pitch is a ball. It's 2-1 now to Maddie Reese.
One of the neat parts about this athletic department is coaches supporting coaches and teams, and good to see Coach Fenley at the ballpark today.
There is no question about that. It is different than most places, I'm convinced of that. 3-1 now on Maddie Reese, and I think a lot of it goes back to Dan McCarney. I think he set the tone for that by really caring about what was going on in the other programs. And when the head football coach cares about what's going on in the other programs, that trickles down. And that pitch hits Reese, and she'll go on to first base. But it's been something, I think, Brent, you're right on target with that. And it's I think, very unique to Iowa State and very special at Iowa State right now.
And it's a random Friday afternoon. There's a lot going on. It's commencement weekend, but here's Coach Fenley carving out a couple hours in his day. There's recruiting being done, but yet he's here to watch these 2 Iowa State seniors in Torrescana and Miller wrap up their careers.
I know he's a big fan of Stacy Gemeinhardt-Sessler and her husband, Jeff. And Spendlove fouls one off to the left side. So Reese on with decent speed at first base. Doesn't run a lot, but she is 11 for 11 on the season, so not bad. One of 3 Cyclones in double figures in steals, and Spendlove lifts it to the first base side, but it'll be the second baseman coming over to make the play. That was Newman, and 1 away now here in the third.
Iowa State has the offense to get back into this game, but just have to chip away. They've got power 1 through 9. We've seen them put up some large numbers here at home this season.
Gomez the hitter, and that's about as deep as you'll see the infield play for Gomez in any at-bat. And she bunts it back to the mound, and the throw to first is wild, and here go the runners. Reese on to third, and Gomez on to second. So the speed of Brittany Gomez again wreaking havoc on opponents, and now 2 runners in scoring position for Iowa State.
She's like the Nolan Richardson, Rick Pitino of softball. It's 40 minutes of havoc on the base pass. And she absolutely, there's no reason she should beat that throw, but she would have beat it. It forced the errant throw. She was going to beat it anyway. And all of a sudden, Iowa State runners on second and third with one out.
Alicia Spack, the pitching coach for Kansas, out to try to settle down the freshman Kessler. And more good speed coming to the plate in the person of Sarah Harlock for Iowa State. So Cyclones threatening in their half to the third after surrendering 6 in the top half, all with 2 outs.
Speed completely transforms the way teams defend and thus your production value at the plate. And you could see the nerves in the third baseman when she bunts that, thinking I might hit the ball and then I'm going to have to make a throw. And it just makes you nervous. And that's a good thing when you're a hitter.
We're going to have Hulk went to the dugout to get some sunglasses. That sun poking through pretty brightly now, and she's out in left field looking right into it. Harlock, the hitter, one away, second and third, and Harlock tried to chop it down the third baseline, but it goes foul.
We haven't seen a whole lot of sun here at the park. Most of the days have been dreary, so you're right. Hull is looking directly into a setting sun in that left field spot.
What a cool but beautiful day for softball here at Cyclone Sports Complex, and Harlock again trying to go down that left side and goes foul, so it's now 0-2 on Sarah Harlock. Iowa State having the best offensive season in school history. Trying to put it to good use here with 2 runners aboard, and Harlock takes up high, ball 1. If she can reach, it's Erica Miller on deck. So the heart of the order coming up here for Iowa State. Naudine in close at third base, even with a 1-2 count. And Harlock takes, and that's strike 3. A
tough
called
pitch
third strike.
On the corner, and Harlock maybe perhaps thinking that was outside. But a big pitch for Kessler.
Well, it's up to Erica Miller to get those runs in, and nobody you'd rather have up there in that situation. She's the school record holder with 148 in her career. Kessler's pitch is a ball. Miller saw 7 pitches in her first at bat against Kessler, so got a good look at her. And a big spot here for Iowa State, trailing 6-0, trying to get a couple runs in. Miller chokes up just a bit. That pitch on the outside corner, good pitch.
And one of the strengths of the Iowa State offense this year has been their success with 2 outs. 40% of the RBIs for Iowa State have come with 2 outs. Another situation here, Miller in particular has been very good.
Miller takes inside, 2-1 now. They do have an open base, but they've got Toscano standing on deck. Surprised to see the right fielder, Solomon, playing so far over toward the line. Big gap in right center for Miller if she could put one out that way. And the 2-1. Miller down the third baseline, but foul, and it's 2-2. Miller struck out in her first at bat. Leads the team with a .366 batting average and 51 RBIs on the season. And a 2-2 on the way from Kessler. Miller takes just off the plate. Good eye, 3-2.
Aiming for that outside corner, low pitch, great pitch by Kessler. And a better eye to lay off it.
Runners get a head start on the 3-2 pitch with 2 away here in the third. Iowa State down 6-0, and Miller to left but foul. Out of play. Well, Miller and Toscano played for 3 years without this beautiful Cyclone Sports Complex, and nobody appreciates it more than they do, and they've really enjoyed their senior season. 3-2 delivery, and Miller to the right side, and a backhand play by Newman to get the out. Wow, big play by Ashley Newman.
That was a oops, look what I found. She had her head turned towards the outfield, and it managed to find the glove. Tough break for Iowa State.
They threaten but don't score here in the third. We go to the fourth, 6-0 KU.
Are you really covered? Not all insurance is the same, and you should have an agent that takes the time to learn about what you need. then tailors a personalized plan that fits your needs. Middendorf Insurance is not like the rest. We're a cut above the crowd. Insurance for your business, farm, home, auto, or other assets. Middendorf Insurance Associates.
Faster internet, better TV at our lowest price ever. Now for a limited time, call Mediacom to get always faster internet with downloads up to 10 times faster than phone line DSL. Plus, boundary-free TV, including all your favorite channels for just $59.95 a month for 1 year. That's 2 services for one incredible value. Or maximize your value with DVR service. 30 meg internet, free on demand and stars for only $20 more. Great savings, no contract required. Call 800-SIMPLIFY.
Back to the fourth we go. Kansas leading Iowa State 6-0. Brent Bloom joined by John Walters. Beautiful afternoon of softball at the Cyclone Sports Complex. Graduation weekend in Ames. But Kansas with a big third inning. They score 6 runs on 5 hits to take a 6-0 lead on the Cyclones, and Tori Toscano back in the center circle.
Toscano came within inches of getting out of that third inning without any damage, and instead she gave up 6. And so now, see if she can settle back into the groove she had going earlier in the game.
Ashley Newman will lead off and takes a first pitch strike from Toscano. Newman got things started in the third with a single. She came around to score on a double by Montgomery. 0-1 misses outside, 1-1. Newman singled, then Jones had a bunt single. And they would both come around to score, but the big damage done on the 3-run home run by Nadim. Count moves to 2-1 as that one misses away.
Unusual grip on the bat for Newman. Her left thumb, she puts straight up on the bat.
Two-one misses up. And I think it might be hard to generate some power with that thumb like that. But Ashley Newman has had a good season hitting .317.
Well, she hasn't homered, so maybe she's just trying to slap away.
That one catches the inside corner. Count moves to full at 3-2.
Infield in for Iowa State. Anticipating a chop type swing.
Back to Toscano, and easily makes the play for the first out.
Good start for Tori to this inning, and I think it would do a lot for her to get a 1-2-3 and get the Cyclones back to the plate. She'll lead off the next inning for Iowa State.
Move to the top of the order for Kansas with Alex Jones. She grounded out to shortstop and then had a bunt single last inning and came around to score. First pitch from Toscano. Outside, ball 1. Jones had a sister, Sydney, who played at Iowa State from 2007 to 2010. Family from the Oklahoma City area. Very familiar with the Iowa State program. The 1-0. Outside, ball 2.
Well, 2 schools pretty close together on the Big 12 map. Occasionally you'll find a family tie like that.
2-0 to Jones. Ball 3, that misses inside.
If Toscano misses, she isn't missing by much. She's really had pretty good control today.
Hold and Hugo for Kansas. Don't want Jones on the base pass. Toscano rears back. And a strike. Jones hitting .329 on the year. Scored 39 runs at his second on the Jayhawk club. The 3-1. Squares to bunt. Another strike for Toscano.
Nice job by Tori working back to a full count now and an opportunity to put away Alex Jones and be in a good spot here in the fourth.
The 3-2 pitch from Toscano. Just low and a 1-out walk to Alex Jones. Jones on for the second time in 2 innings. She scored in the third. And now the heart of the KU lineup with Maggie Hull, who's oddly 0 for 2 today.
Yeah, with the 6 runs worth of damage that KU has done, and Hull hasn't been responsible for any of it.
You see that C on her jersey, that captain for the Jayhawks, and deservedly so. First pitch to Hull, on the corner for a strike. Toscano's been at her best against Hull.
She struck out looking the first time at bat, and then she got pretty good, what is it, aluminum? Whatever the material, graphite, whatever it is. She got good stuff on it to hit it into left field, and Spenlove made a real nice catch in the third.
The 0-1 from Toscano. Outside ball one, a throw down to first, and they caught Jones peeking towards second. Good throw by Lenzine, and a scoop by Miller to prevent it from going to right field. Maggie Hull hitting .443. She's going to break her own Kansas record. She hit .409 last year as a junior, was an all Big 12 selection. The 1-0 from Toscano, ripped to right field. This is trouble, and it is gone. Maggie Hull, the all Big 12 player, makes this 8-0 Jayhawks.
6th home run of the season for Hull, and just a fastball in her wheelhouse, and she drove it over that wall in right center. 2nd home run of the day for the Jayhawks, and they another look as Hull got a great swing on this one.
No question. That had home run written all over it. And Kansas, such a potent offense, and they have put it together these last 2 innings, and it doesn't get any easier with Alex Hugo.
42 RBIs on the season now for Hull.
First pitch from Toscano. Just low.
Well, this game started well for Torrey, really strong through the first 2 innings. But those Kansas bats, the Big 12 leaders with a .337 average, catching up now.
Another base hit for Kansas as Hugo deposits into left field. And a 1-out single for the freshman.
Now you start to wonder if the Jayhawks are threatening to make this shorter than a 7-inning game.
Right. Which they do have the 10-run rule. And after putting up donuts in the first 2 innings, the Jayhawks have found the rhythm in the 3rd and the 4th. Steps in Shaylee Brickey, and she takes a strike on the outside corner. Brickey 0 for 2. Grounded out to the shortstop in the 1st and flew out in the 3rd. Runner on first with 1 out. Bounces in, ball 1.
Hugo showed some pretty good wheels for a catcher earlier in this game, scoring from first on that shot into the gap by Montgomery. And she's on base for the 3rd time today.
Brickey, a young freshman, just turned 18. Looped over right field. That's a base hit. Over the head of Davison, charging Harlock, and cuts it down to just a single. And the runner will stay at second base, but 2 on, 1 out for the Jayhawks, and here they come again.
And again, Montgomery up there with 2 runners aboard. She had the bases loaded when she hit that gapper to right center that got the scoring started for KU.
Some action in the Iowa State bullpen as Maddie Jones warming up.
With those 3 RBIs, Montgomery moved even with Hull for the all-time record at Kansas in RBIs, but then Hull broke it with that 2-run homer.
It's a chopper to shortstop, handled. They get the 1 over to first, and in time.
Wow, great double play by the Cyclones. Slater to Davison and on to Miller. 6-4-3, and a great way to get out of this inning.
The damage limited to just 2 runs on a long Maggie Hull home run. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Kansas 8, Iowa State nothing.
Iowa State fans, this is the time to get on board with Cyclones.tv.
Welcome everybody on Cyclones.tv for tuning in.
We have a special moment for Ryan and Anna, if I can get it out of my pocket.
Well, I mean, our expectations are that Russ as hard as we can.
She's going to be a superstar this year.
A basketball program needs leaders. Edgem is just that.
Will Clyburne's got it stuck on automatic.
Anna Prinz, 3-pointer is up. It's good!
Sorry, I gotta give my Cyclones.tv some love here.
Sign up today at www.cyclones.tv.
faster internet, better TV at our lowest price ever. Now for a limited time, call Mediacom to get always faster internet with downloads up to 10 times faster than phone line DSL. Plus, boundary-free TV, including all your favorite channels for just $59.95 a month for 1 year. That's 2 services for one incredible value. Or maximize your value with DVR service. 30 meg internet, free on demand and stars for only $20 more. Great savings, no contract required. Call 800-SIMPLIFY.
Size in the house. The Cyclone Sports Complex in that Fred Hoiberg jersey. What better guy to choose? But Kansas leads it 8-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. The first game of the final 3-game series of the season. And Kansas 6 runs in the 3rd, 2 in the top of the 4th against Tori Toscano, who will now step in. Toscano grounded out to first, her first time up. Iowa State would love for her to start a rally and get back into this thing.
Now the senior trying to get herself back in the game.
Looks at the first offering from Kelsey Kessler, and a big cut comes up empty, strike 1. Kessler working off a shutout her last time out against Oklahoma, the reigning Big 12 pitcher of the week, and she has been dynamite today.
5 shutouts already this year.
Toscano gets a piece. Count moves to 0-2. A lot of good senior pitchers in the Big 12. Ricketts at Oklahoma, Luna at Texas, but Kessler just a freshman. It might be a thorn in the side for many years. The 0-2, a check swing. Did she go around? She did not. First base umpire Matt Teichmeyer says no thank you.
Tori might have got a pretty good break right there. Let's see if she can take advantage of it.
1-2, looped up the middle, gloved, and making the play is Newman for the first out.
Toscano didn't get a good swing on that at all, and the one player that has had a good swing against Kessler is Allie Kappert. She'll stand in.
She drilled a single to left field the opposite way her last time up. One of 2 Cyclone hits. And the Iowa State freshman steps in from the left side against Kessler. Kappert extending her hitting streak to 5 games with that single in the 2nd inning. Takes a first pitch strike. Iowa State with 36 home runs this season. 2 shy of the school record. The 0-1 off Kappert's foot, 0-2.
Yeah, they've played small ball and long ball this season. It's really been a good offense. And the defense really hasn't been bad either.
No. Just the pitching, the third part of that triangle. Kappert a swing and a miss. And a strikeout for Kessler.
That's her 3rd of the game.
So with 2 outs, it is Slater for the Cyclones. Lexi flew out her first time up, 225 hitter on the season, sophomore from Ramona, California. And Kessler has confidence, and she has been throwing well lately. First pitch low, ball 1. Sun creeps back outside the clouds. The Cyclone Sports Complex. Good crowd on hand.
Yeah, really good crowd today.
The 1-0 outside, 2-0. It's finally nice to see the sun, as both these teams have had to play with some unkind weather this season, even some snow at times. The 2-0, change up. This is low, 3-0.
Kansas has had 5 games canceled this year due to weather. Iowa State certainly had to do some rescheduling magic with its schedule, particularly with that Drake game.
They just could not get that thing scheduled. The 3-0, a strike. Got postponed twice due to rain. They finally played it this week with Drake splitting the season series with a win down in Des Moines. The 3-1 to Lexi Slater as Kansas leads at 8-0. Good rip.
Iowa State did some creative scheduling with Minnesota, too, who really had a hard time getting at any home games this spring, and so they came down here and played instead.
Well, they had about a foot of snow 2 weeks ago. The 3-2 from Slater. Change up, spoils that offering, stays alive at 3-2.
Well, Slater getting to see a lot of pitches in this at bat too, and you hope that the second time, third time through the lineup that the Cyclones get a little bit better swings against Kessler. Just a freshman, they hadn't seen her before today.
A 3-2 pitch, again, stays alive.
I really think Slater is going to be a stalwart for Iowa State going forward. That really good glove at short, strong arm, good hitter, power.
The 3-2, swing and a miss. So Kessler has it going for the Jayhawks as she strikes out the last two in the inning. And we head to the fifth. Jayhawks 8, Iowa State 0.
Hi, I'm John Walters. Ames is the home of the Cyclones and so much more.
I am a helpful smile.
I'm a helpful smile.
I am a helpful smile.
I am a helpful smile.
I
am a helpful smile. I've been a helpful smile for 23 years.
I am a helpful smile.
I am a helpful smile.
I am a helpful smile.
I am Hy-Vee.
Some of the fans enjoying the sun. Cyclone Sports Complex as PA announcer John Larkins reads off the bingo numbers. Always good to go and play bingo at the ballpark.
You can't beat bingo at the old ballpark.
8-0 Kansas leads as we head to the fifth. And the Big 12 announced yesterday the all-academic teams. Always such a neat accomplishment for Cyclones. First team all-academic team. Sarah Davison, Erica Miller, Jordan Spenlove, and Taylor Smith, and Tori Torrescano in the center circle. Second team all-academic Big 12. Great accomplishments. I can imagine balancing not only being a Division I athlete, but the studies as well. Torrescano's first pitch misses outside. 1-0 to Casson Salamone.
Well, when your coach has the last name Sessler, you better pay attention to the academic part of it.
The 1-0 from Torrescano. Chopped to third. It is gloved in fair territory by Reese, and that's a single.
I think she should have gambled there and just let that ball bounce the second time and see if it would have trickled foul, but your reactions kind of take over, and so now Kansas with a leadoff runner on board again, and they've done that now 3 innings in a row.
And in steps Shannon Nadine, who homered to deep left center field last time up. She looks outside, ball 1.
Yeah, that was a blast off the bat of Nadine.
You have to wonder if they're playing with just an extra amount of confidence after that huge win against Oklahoma on Sunday.
I don't know how you couldn't be. The #1 team in the nation.
1-0 pitch. Low
especially
ball
with the same pitcher in the circle. Just looks like she's going to be one of the future stars in the Big 12 Conference.
Kansas, a young roster, and they could be a threat in the years to come. 2-0 pitch misses outside. It goes to 3-0.
Well, Torrescano has to come back with a strike here. She's on the ropes right now.
The 3-0. Up high, and she walks Nadine. First 2 on, nobody out in the 5th inning for Kansas.
And Tori was so sharp early in this game and just lost a little bit of that edge, I think, after that tough 3rd inning. Hallie Lenzine out to talk to her, try to settle her down a little bit. Well, we've seen Iowa State turn one double play in this game. See if they can do it again.
It'd be nice in this situation as Kansas leads at 8-0.
We're going to have a pinch hitter here, Rosie Hull. So Maggie Hull's sister.
They're twins. This one catches the corner for a strike.
So she hits for Stein here in the number 8 hole.
Rosie also a senior. And the situation here to break it open further. The 0-1 from Torrescano. Outside ball 1.
How many left-handed batters are you allowed to have? Man, just that whole lineup for Kansas practically.
They have a collection of them. The 1-1 from Torrescano and a big cut. 1 and 2. Of
course, a lot of young players, whether they're naturally left-handed or not, learn to bat left-handed because of that advantage we talked about earlier. Especially if they have good speed, it's a great way to get down that line a little bit quicker.
Gets away from Lenzine and the runners advance. Up to third base is Salomon. Nadine goes to second. And nobody out.
Issues.
Iowa State at this point has to worry about the 10-run rule. As if you're up 10 runs after 5, the game is over. Kansas leads at 8-0. Runners on second and third. Nobody out. And the 2-2 on the corner for a strike 3 looking.
A good pitch by Torrescano to catch that outside corner and get a big, big strikeout. She needed that badly.
Third strikeout of the game for Torrescano. And Ashley Newman, the 9th place hitter, hits. He's 1 for 2 today. Swing and a miss. Newman singled in the second. And also grounded out last inning.
Back to Torrescano last time.
She bunts here and it's foul. Behind in the count 0-2.
Top of the lineup, waiting. So big opportunity here for Torrescano at 0-2.
Can she dial up another strikeout? The 0-2 to Newman with 1 out. Chopper back to Torrescano again. Looks at third, throws to first. Good play to get the out.
Second 1-3 of the last 2 innings for Newman. And a good job by Torrescano. Played it perfectly. So now, top of the lineup up. Still a couple runners aboard, but Iowa State trying to get out of this without any damage.
Alex Jones grounded out in the first, has scored twice. She had a bunt single in the third, came around to score, and then walked last inning, came around to score then as well on the whole home run. Bunting here, squares, and goes around strike 1. With Maggie Hull on deck.
I think Torrescano anticipating the bunt attempt, staying away against Jones, and good pitch on the outside corner that last time.
The 0-1 delivery still stays away, 1-1.
Harder to bunt it when it's drifting away from you as you're trying to get that running start toward first. Pretty hard to reach that far, and so pretty good place for Torrescano to stay. But now if Jones anticipates that and swings away, she might be able to chop one to the left side.
Indeed, to the left side, right to Torrescano, has to hurry, and they got her.
Good play by Torrescano, and a good inning to get her settled down after she lost the first 2 hitters of the inning.
First 2 reach, no damage done. Iowa State gets to bat in the 5th. They trail at 8-0.
More often than not, the best solutions are the simple ones. When it comes to corn refuge, simple is better. Simple is here. DuPont Pioneer revolutionized simple with the broadest lineup of refuge management products. Better choices. Make it simple. Refuge Simplified by DuPont Pioneer.
I am a helpful smile.
I am a helpful smile.
I
am
A helpful smile.
I am a helpful smile.
I am a helpful smile. I've been a helpful smile for 6 years.
15 years.
25 years.
I've been a helpful smile for 39 years.
I am a helpful smile.
I am Hy-Vee.
Picture perfect day in Ames, but Kansas leads it over Iowa State 8-0. Good crowd on hand. There's some folks catching the action from outside the ballpark.
Too cheap
as well.
Too cheap to pay the free admission and get in out beyond the fence in right field.
Little do they know that admission is free outside the right field wall, but enjoying the spectacle nonetheless.
Haven't seen anybody up on the rooftops across the street either.
Iowa State hasn't built up a wall like Chicago wants to do either. Right here in the neighborhood in South Ames is a strike called as Davison leads it off for the Cyclones.
It is a great setting for a college softball game. It really, I mean, when you think about what Iowa State had before this, there they are.
There's the folks outside the fence enjoying the action as Sarah Davison hits the 0-1 count. Fly ball to right field, taking a couple steps back is Salamone, and she puts it away. Out number 1 of the 5th for Iowa State.
Now Cyclones have to score here if they want to keep this game alive. Down 8 here in the 5th.
I misspoke earlier. It's 8 runs after 5 innings, not 10. The pitch to Maddie Reese is a strike on the outside corner, and with 1 out, the opportunities are dwindling against Kessler. Change up to Reese. Outside and low 1-1. Reese was hit by a pitch in the 3rd inning. Just 2 Cyclone hits, and they have not been shut down many times this season. But Kessler doing the job today. The 1-1. Low ball 2.
Now the good thing about this Iowa State lineup, the bottom of the lineup just as dangerous as any other part of the lineup. So Reese a good hitter, Spendlove on deck a good hitter.
Kessler fires. Strike 2.
But Kessler has had the Cyclones number today. You're right, Brent. There haven't been many games, particularly here at home, where Iowa State hasn't been able to get the bats going.
The 2-2 to Maddie Reese, the Iowa State sophomore. Left field line, but foul.
Pretty good swing on that one. Reese has shown some pop.
She has. On the season. 3 home runs.
I think all right here at the Cyclone Sports Complex, too.
The 2-2 popped up. Kessler eyes it. The first baseman calls off the third baseman, and the play made by Montgomery.
Cyclones down to their last opportunity here. Jordan Spendlove to try to keep it alive. You have great hitters with speed awaiting, so if Spendlove can just get on, Cyclones could still keep this game going, but they're in danger here of losing on the 8-run roll.
Spendlove 0 for 1 on the day. Try and give Iowa State some life. First pitch outside, ball 1. If she can get on, the top of the order due up next with Gomez for the Cyclones. They trail it 8-0. The 1-0. Ripped, and that is a foul ball.
3 big swings of the bat have done the damage for Kansas here today. That 3-run double by Mariah Montgomery, the 3-run homer in the same inning by Naudine, and then the 2-run blast by Maggie Hull. So uncharacteristic of the way Kansas usually beats you. They have had the big pokes.
The 1-1. That's a base hit for Spendlove. Placed beautifully through the left side, and Iowa State has some life. Spendlove on first with a 2-out single.
And the person who wreaks havoc on opposing defenses, Brittany Gomez, getting ready to dig in.
She has one of Iowa State's 3 hits on the day. Spendlove, great speed on first. Gomez, phenomenal speed at the plate. And looks at ball 1. Get the runner moving and try and keep this game alive. 1 for 2 on the day for Gomez, Iowa State's freshman. Kessler gets her sign. Ground ball through the middle, and Spenlove up to second base. As Bricky got a glove on it, but it was hit hard enough to squirt through. 2 runners on and 2 out. In steps Sarah Harlock.
Sometimes that last out is the toughest one to get, and we'll see the pitching coach Alicia Spack come out to discuss strategy here. With 2 runners aboard for Iowa State and 2 away here in the 5th. Sarah Harlock getting ready to dig in there.
And with the speed, it's with Spenlove at second, Gomez at first, a hit. There's a good chance to score a run, and perhaps 2 if it's placed in the right spot. And we'd have a brand new ballgame. Long conversation on the mound as trying to calm down, but she looks fairly calm to me. And for a freshman, Kessler, big smile on her face. And Sarah Harlock, junior originally from Alberta, Canada. She's had quite the trails to get to Ames. And a defensive change, perhaps?
Pinch hitter here. I think we're going to see Liana Henry.
Indeed. So Liana Henry, junior from Livermore, California. There's a bit more pop, perhaps, than Harlock, and she will jump in and face Kessler.
Henry's been pretty successful as a pinch hitter this year. I think 6 of 13 is what I read earlier.
Could use a hit here. Kessler's delivery is low, ball 1.
Well, Cyclone team again showing a lot of fight. Down 8-0, down to their last batter, and 2 have reached, and now Henry will try to keep it going. She takes big cuts.
As you say right there, but this one unsuccessful. Count goes to 1-1. An out ends the game due to the 8-run rule. The pitch. Inside corner, strike 2.
Henry trying to keep it alive with your top hitters, Erica Miller and Tori Torrescano next in the order. If she can reach, the Cyclones might be in business here in the 5th.
The 1-2 to Henry. At the third baseman, it's glove cleanly to throw to first, and that does it. Good play by the third baseman, Nadine, who also had the biggest hit in the game, a 3-run home run in the 3rd inning. And Kansas shuts out Iowa State 8-0 in 5 innings.
Now Kessler coming off the shutout against Oklahoma, works a 5-inning shutout today against the Cyclones, her 6th of the season. Very impressive freshman, and it's rare to see Iowa State get shut out, particularly here at home. But good job by the Jayhawks, and they take game 1 in this 3-game series.
6 runs in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th. That's all they needed. 2 home runs on the day, 1 for Nadine, and 1 for their all Big 12 performer and perhaps All-American Maggie Hull in the 4th. And they win it 8-0, John.
We'll be right back here, Brent, tomorrow. Noon start on Cyclones.tv, and should be another decent day. If you're in the neighborhood, come on out and watch. And stay tuned here because we're going to have Brent visit with Stacy Gemeinhart-Sessler here in just a moment.
Welcome back to Ames, where Kansas wins game 1 of the series 8-0. Joined now by Coach Gemeinhart-Sessler. And Coach, through 2 innings, still scoreless, and you had 2 outs there in the 3rd, and then they were able to string together a couple hits on you.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that, initially we were throwing well, in command, and then just got behind a little bit, of course, I mean, there are good hitters, and, when you can't live in one spot for too long, and, so then sometimes, it's just a little bit of a struggle, and, it is what it is, and, we just got to come right back at them tomorrow.
And talk about their starting pitcher, Kessler, who's just a freshman. First time you've seen her. What did you see from their person in the center circle today?
Well, I thought she did a great job changing pitches, adding and subtracting speeds pretty much the entire game. I thought, she threw a change up in there well. Curveball was well. She got, you know, a couple people on a rise ball. Yeah, I mean, I just thought she worked her pitches well, and I thought she threw really well.
How do you get back at them tomorrow? I know kind of a short turnaround, start at noon, and you'll probably see perhaps Kessler again. And you guys weren't that far off from this thing being really competitive today.
No, I think, you know, you take out that, you know, the inning where we spot them 6, and it's completely different. And it's just, you know, we talked after the game, just forget about it, come back out tomorrow, ready to go and just attack.
All right, Coach, we'll see you then.
All right, thank you.
Kansas wins this one over Iowa State in Game 1, 8-0, but we will be back with Game number 2 on Cyclones TV. First pitch at noon. Hope to see you then.